Alright, shalom, shalom. Before I begin, I want to start off first by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto YAHAWAH, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to my teachers, the head elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. I want to give a peace, blessings, citations to the elect. You brothers out there that labor in this work, and to you few sisters that believe as well, I want to say shalom. And I want to get into a lesson, Lord is willing, to be edifying through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI. Right? But what I want to touch on this lesson, man, just want to give just an appreciation lesson, right, into Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, all right, for everything the Lord has done for us, man. We got a lot to be grateful for, bro. We got too much to be grateful for, quite honestly, bro. We got too much to be grateful towards Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI. See, we actually love Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bro. We fear the Lord, first and foremost, bro. We fear. It's about the fear of the Lord, bro. Fuck, it ain't about the love of the Lord, bro. It's about the fear of the Lord. When you fear the Lord, you're going to be obedient to the will of the Lord. You're going to make sure you're not going to transgress, bro. For real. When you got the fear of the Lord within you, bro, it ain't got nothing to do with love, bro. It got everything to do with fear, right? Of course, the Lord wants you to love him with all his heart, but it's really fear, bro. The fear of the Lord, fearing the Lord, man. Fearing what the Lord can do to you. That's why you don't, when you have the fear of the Lord within you, you make sure you move accordingly, bro. If you got the fear of the Lord within you, you're not finna be sitting here, looking at another man's woman. You ain't gonna be sitting here eating things, right, the Lord told you not to eat, right? If you're a woman out there, you ain't finna be sitting here, stressing your husband out, all right, committing adultery, being a nigga woman, being a black woman out here, bro. Acting like a black woman, all right? Stressing your husband out. Although, like I said, you claim you a believer of the scriptures. You claim you believe in the power of Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI. But yet Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI told you you're supposed to be a pillar of rest to that man. But you don't want to be a pillar of rest to that man. You really don't serve the Lord, bro. You really don't serve the Lord. You serve the Lord. The way you serve the Lord is by serving the man, your man. And if you've been given a man, a husband that he's actively doing the will, serving Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, that goes double. That you're supposed to be a pillar of rest to him. This man is feeding the sheep of the Lord, but you sitting here, you trying to do hurt to this man. You stressing this man out. On top of the stress he's already dealing with, you're stressing this man out. You want to see this man hurt. You call the cops on this man. You want to see this man arrested, go to jail. You calling people to fight him. You're not a fucking woman of the Lord, bro. And the Most High gonna charge your fucking ass down. Micah 7:9 will apply to all you nigga women that done brothers wrong, right? That done that done some shit towards brothers, bro. Stressed brothers out. Committed adultery on brothers, made adulterous statements. Offended brothers. Done things to brothers that you want. Done things to brothers, towards brothers that could have really got that brother in serious trouble. That could really got that man hurt, killed. Oh yeah, the Lord gonna deal with your fucking ass. Without a shadow of a doubt, the Lord gonna deal with you, man. Right? But say it ain't even about that, man. It ain't even about that. Right? It's all about, man, all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bro. Scripture say, hey, they that please, hey, the ones who any man that pleases the Lord shall escape, right, from a wicked woman, bro. Trust and believe, brothers, bro. We have nothing to worry about, bro. We are holding the W. We are holding the W, bro. We got to keep going, man. Sometimes this battle, bro, it could weigh on you, bro. Sometimes this good fight of faith, it could weigh on you, bro. But that's why we were called to be, all right, soldiers for YAHAWASHI, bro. That's why we were the ones that were called for this job, bro. This ain't a job, this ain't a job, but this ain't a responsibility that just anybody, right, could lay hold of. Anybody can do. Nah, bro. You got to be born to do this, bro. What we're doing now, honestly, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of, studying. Really discipline, a lot of discipline, because even studying takes discipline. It takes a lot of discipline and a lot of obedience. And a lot of fear towards the Lord, bro. Right? A lot of fear, A lot of discipline, a lot of obedience, bro. Because it takes discipline and obedience. It takes fear, discipline, and obedience, right? To continuously, do the work of the Lord, do lessons, study, go out to the highways and hedges, right? That takes discipline, bro, to be that way, to be a man of the Lord, bro. And like I said, ultimately, you got to be chosen for this job. The Lord said, we have not chosen him, but he have chosen us to go and teach this word, bro. See, the Lord, the Lord left his hands, all right? The Lord left his hands. The Lord left, all right, his word. The Lord left his word, all right, into the hands, all right, of men he can trust, man. Right? The Lord left his word into the hands of men he can trust. The Lord definitely can trust us, man. The Lord can trust us. The Lord see that we was trustworthy. That's why he gave us his word, because we know we're going to handle this word with care. We're not just finna, all right? We're not going to teach the word the way we want it. We're not going to teach the word the way we want to teach it. Trying to change certain breakdowns, right? Change certain things. No, we're gonna teach the truth the way it's supposed to be taught. We're gonna keep the main thing. We're gonna sell out. And this is all starting with my head elders and apostles, by the way. This is all starting with my head elders and apostles, man. Right? These men are for real about the Lord, bro. That's why I love the men of GMS, bro, because that's why I love the head elders and apostles, bro. All right? We are learning from the right men. Cause these men, they're teaching us the truth about our heritage, right? They're teaching us about the truth about who our gods are, the true names of our powers, right? And they teach us to take it serious. These are the only men that I have seen that teach us to take the Passover serious, to treat the Passover the way it's supposed to be, treated, like a solemn assembly. When you go into that word solemn, I believe that means like serious. It's a serious assembly. Right? Because you got to think about what even occurred on the Passover. On the Passover, the first Passover when we was in Egypt, what happened? That was a death angel going around and smiting the Egyptians. The firstborn, I believe, smiting the Egyptians, man. And passing over, all right, passing over the house of Israel from judgment, man. Right? We put the blood of the lamb, all right, on our doorpost, and that blood, the blood that was on our doorpost, the blood we put on our doorpost, all right, passed us over from judgment. All right, and spiritually speaking, that blood, right, is symbolic. That's YAHAWASHI's blood, man, and we're covered by the blood of YAHAWASHI. So we're going to be passed over for judgment. Ezekiel 9, the Lord said what? All right, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children. All right, but come not near any man upon whom is that mark. Come not near any man who is covered by the blood of YAHAWASHI, who got that blood, all right, on his doorpost. Those are the only men. Those are the only individuals you can't touch. Not just men, all right, but man, woman, and children. The elect. Right, the elect consist of man, woman, and children whom the Lord have mercy on, man. All right? It's just there's an order even within the elect, because you got the 144,000, and then you got the rest of the man, woman, and children that the Lord gonna have mercy on, bro. And me, I'm fighting to be at 144,000, bro. The 144,000, we're gonna be responsible. We're gonna be responsible for fixing up the planet Earth, bro. Right? Making sure righteous energy, just making sure righteousness is being established on the earth, bro. That's what our job is going to be. The Lord going to give us a task, and we going to handle it. He going to give us a task. Okay, he's going to say, you go over there, you go over here, you do this, you do that. The Lord going to give us all different tasks, all right, and we're going to go do it, right? And we're going to clean up this planet Earth, bro. We're going to clean the planet Earth of all of its wickedness and filth, bro. That's all this planet Earth is filled with, man. Wickedness and filth. Right? These people, their lifestyle, their deeds, what they do, what they think is okay. I'm telling you, bro, the day of reckoning cannot come fast enough, man. The day of judgment of YAHAWASHI, it can't come fast enough, bro. It just cannot come fast enough. We're tired, bro. We're tired here, bro. We're fed up, bro. We're done. We're done with this, bro. We're done with this life, bro. We don't, man. This shit for the birds, man. We don't want this no more, bro. We never wanted it, bro. That's why it all makes sense. When you come to the truth, everything makes sense. Man, now it makes sense when you was in the world that you had the mindset of like, damn, there's something wrong with the earth. You didn't know exactly what was wrong, but you know that there was something wrong with the earth, and that something needed to be changed, man. That a change needed to happen, man. Right? You knew that there was something wrong with the earth, all right? And you knew that it needed to be changed, bro. You knew that something that you know. You, like I said, you knew in your spirit that something was off. You just didn't know exactly what it was. You felt different. You always felt different. You looked at the world differently. Your whole viewpoint on things were different, right? Than your peers around you. How you thought, how you talked, your speech, everything was just different, man. And now it all makes sense, man. Why we was like that? Even when we was in the world, now it all makes sense why we were the way we were, man. Because we were meant to be here, right? Because we're potentially, all right, a part of that number, bro. That Yahawah Bahasham YAHAWASHI gonna have mercy on, man. But we don't know the Lord gonna have mercy on us. That's why we gotta make sure that we're giving diligence and make our call and election sure, right? Gotta make sure we're walking accordingly, right? Because we don't know if we're a part of the elect, bro. Right? I just got to make sure we we keep the laws of the Lord to the best of our ability. Because we don't know if we're a part of the elect, bro. Fuck around. We know we was a part of the elect. We'll probably be out here just, being wicked. Because like, well, I know the Lord won't forgive me anyways. I'm part of the Lord's elect. And that's, which is a very wicked mindset, honestly. Very wicked. Even if the Lord revealed to you that you was a part of the Lord's elect, that should make you want to be more obedient. That should make you want to feel like, damn, all praise to YAHAWASHI. I gotta do. I really gotta do better. That should make you like really want to be better. You know. But like I said, it's good that the Lord don't let us know if we're part of the elect, man. At least that way we could stay humble and we stay obedient to the will of the Lord, man. Because we're hoping for mercy. Right? We're hoping for mercy, man. Right? So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, bro, like I said, I just want to give, just a quick lesson. All right, glorifying the Lord, man. Just, all praises to Yahawah Bahasham YAHAWASHI, man. There's a lot the Lord has done for us, bro. A lot we should be grateful for. Too much that we should be grateful. Too much that we should be, bro. Too much that we should be grateful for. Bro, the Lord really got us, bro. Like, the Lord really love us, bro. And we love Yahawah Bahasham YAHAWASHI, man, for real. We really do, man. We wish we was perfect for the Lord, bro. I promise you we just wish we was perfect for the Lord. We wish we was already in the second covenant. We just want to be, bro. We already wish, man. For real, bro, that we was already perfect for the Lord, bro. Because we hate this shit. Our forefather, the Apostle Paul, said it the best, man. That which I hate, I do. But it's not because I want to do it. It's because I'm in the flesh. It's because I'm in this flesh. And sin naturally dwells within this flesh. That's why. It ain't because I want to be this way. Hell to the fuck no. But because of sin that dwells within me. I hate doing it. I hate going off from the Lord. I wish I was perfect. But I'm in sinful flesh. And honestly, if it was up to me, I would. If it was up to us, we would be perfect. Right? But everything works in the will of the Lord, bro. The Lord got everything the way he want to have it, man. Hey, a false balance is an abomination in the eyes of the Lord, bro. So, like I said, the Lord The Lord has things the way he want to have things, man. Right? The Lord obviously didn't make us perfect for a reason. The Lord obviously put us in these, chains of darkness for a reason. The Lord obviously put us in this flesh, in this sinful flesh for a reason, man. Right? Ultimately, that we can learn, ultimately for us to learn, all right? For us to learn, right, good and evil, right? It'd be a learning lesson. This was a learning lesson, man. Now we know both good and evil. Now we know how not to run the kingdom. Now we know what not to do. Now we know what not to do. Now we know how to, now we know. We got knowledge of we got knowledge to like I said, know good and evil. That's a part of the reason, right, why the Lord, allow us to experience this. Hey, the fall of Adam. Hey, the fall of Adam is a real thing, man. It's the reason. Hey, the reason why we're in this condition right now, it all starts with the fall of Adam. Scripture speak about through one man's disobedience came death into the world, bro. All through one man's disobedience, man. Because one man, ended up getting weak for his woman, man. No, and his woman caused him to go. It really was his woman, really. Because Eve was the one that was deceived first. It's really through the woman came in the beginning of death. Through the woman came in the beginning of sin. This is why you women need to shut the fuck up. The Lord ain't dealing with you women, bro. The Lord ain't dealing with you women like that, bro. Not saying you women don't have an important role. Of course y'all do, man. Y'all have a very important role, man. What it was meant, you have a very important role in your aspect, in your lot, right? But you don't really have nothing to say. All you argumentative women that think you know it all, women you think you know more than the man of the Lord. You just need to shut the fuck up, bro. But don't worry, the Lord gonna shut your mouth. The Lord gonna shut your mouth for you, straight up, right? It's like real quick. Ecclesiastes, also known as Thawadah, chapter 2 and verse 10, says, "Look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction." Right, man, right. It says the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, and indeed, YAHAWASHI indeed is. Lord says he's long suffering, man, very pitiful. That's why I would never want to take advantage of the Lord, bro. I can't, bro. I just can't do it, bro. I can't use his grace period as a cloak of maliciousness, man. I can't do it, bro. I can't use my grace period as a cloak of maliciousness, bro. Out here, fulfilling the lust of the flesh. Although I'm in the flesh and I'm gonna go off, all right, being in this flesh. I'm not finna, cater to the flesh. I'm not finna live after the flesh. Because that's not what the Lord wants us to do. I'm not finna take advantage of the mercy of the Lord like that, man. What I'm going to do with this grace period, I'm going to use this grace period to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the Most High and to do the will of the Lord to the best of my ability, man. That's what I'm going to do with this grace period, bro. I'm going to serve Bahasham with this grace period, man. I'm going to do the thing that pleases the Lord, right, in this grace period, man. I'm going to sacrifice during this grace. I'm sacrifice for the Lord during this grace period, man. I'm gonna take advantage of this grace period righteously. There's two different ways you can take advantage, right, of the grace of the Lord. Either wickedly, right? Either wickedly or righteously, man. Either wickedly or righteously. You using this grace period because YAHAWASHI, he died for us, right? So that things we fall short in, us being in this flesh, were covered by his blood, right? But you got niggas out there, 2/3 niggas, right? They'll take that and they'll run with it, bro. Yeah, YAHAWASHI, Christ died so that we can eat pork. No, he didn't. Like I said, the things that we fall short on, that's why he died. His blood covers us. Well, that's, part of the reason why he died. Or, one of the reasons, right? Through his blood, the things that we fall short on will cover it. It covers us, right? You can control not eating pork, man. You can control not committing adultery. The Lord ain't gonna forgive you for that. That's something you can control. That's something that that's something that you can control, bro. You're not being forced to do that. No, man, I'm weak in the flesh. No, nigga, you're wicked. You're wicked. You can control not eating pork. Really? Just don't eat the shit. Eat something else. You control your eyes. You telling me you don't have enough discipline? You can't control trying to talk to another man's woman? Really? You telling me you don't fear the Lord that much? You telling me you have no fear of the Lord whatsoever? No, you telling me you have no reverence towards the Lord whatsoever? To where you're gonna commit adultery. Really? You ain't got that much respect for the Lord, bro. That much obedience towards the Lord? Really? I can't, man. I don't want to be in that position, bro. No fear of the Lord whatsoever, bro. Don't want to make any kind of sacrifices for the Lord. Not showing any kind of reverence and respect towards the Lord. Because how do you show reverence and respect towards the Lord? By doing what he say. By being obedient to his words. By doing his will. Keeping his law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Just doing the will of the Lord, bro. That's how you show reverence and respect. Not just with your mouth, because you can show the Lord all day and night love and praises with your mouth, but what are your actions like, man? What are you doing? Or is your heart going after your covetousness? Here you go, you praising the Lord with your lips, but behind closed doors you committing adultery, or you smoking, you doing drugs, popping pills or some shit, committing adultery, eating unclean foods. Nah, bro, you ain't a true worshiper of Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, man. You ain't a true worshiper of the Lord, bro. You got a zeal, but not according to knowledge, man. Alright, and the Most High gonna destroy you unless you repent. And that's just what it is, man. So, yeah, bro, the Lord is very pitiful, man. Full of compassion and mercy, man. Alright? Full of compassion and mercy, man. For real, man. All we do is just pray to Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI to keep us in our right mind. Ultimately, just to keep us over here. There's no place we'd rather be, bro. We want to be over here. We don't want to be over there. We ain't like them people. That was that Matthew or Luke. We ain't like those men that's making excuses for why we can't serve the Lord. Why we gotta handle this first. Oh, Lord, I want to serve you, but first I gotta hell to the now. We ain't one of them trying to find excuses for not doing the work of the Lord. Damn, man, I can't make it to camp, man. I gotta. Damn, man, I can't do 3 videos a week, bro. I got too much. I don't got enough free time, bro. I got too much that I gotta handle. Hey, well, if you really don't have enough time for the Lord and you can't make time, well, you gotta cut. If you really say you serve Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, you gotta sacrifice something, and you gotta cut something off. Shit. If you really don't have time to do lessons, to do the work of the Lord, then there's sacrifices that must be made then. For real. Sacrifices must be made then. You gotta give something up, or you gotta find a way to squeeze in, which, you gotta find, you gotta find ways to do the work of the Lord. You gotta find time. It ain't about whether or not you have time. It's about making time for the Lord. I like to always say, bro, if you got time to eat, if you got time to sleep, if you got time to take a shower, if you got time to lay your ass down and scroll on your phone, you have time to do a lesson. Because there's 24 hours in a fucking day. Nobody ain't no damn. You telling me you got enough time to eat? Did you eat today? Did you take a shower today? Did you brush your teeth today? If you got time to do that, why you got time for a lesson? How long does it take you to take a shower? How long does it take you to eat? What about you work, right? Okay, let's say let's say the most somebody will work 12 hours a day. All right, so what are you doing the other 12 hours? How far is your job? Do you walk to your job? Do you drive? How far is the drive? Why can't you do a lesson? Why can't you do a lesson, in your car while you're driving to work or while you're coming home from work? Why? All that excuses shit, bro. The Lord ain't trying to hear excuses, bro. That's bullshit. Everybody got fucking, I'm slacking, man. Everybody got time for the Lord, man. Everybody, man. Everybody got time for the Lord. It ain't about whether or not you have time. It's just really about making time, bro. Because we all can make time for the Lord, bro. Fuck all that, bro. You got time to wake. You got time to take your ass to sleep, nigga. You got time to do a lesson, bro. How many hours of sleep do you get? Man, I only get 4 hours of sleep. Well, you better get 3.5, nigga. You better do 30 minutes for the Lord before you go to sleep. It ain't even got to be 30 minutes, bro. 20, 15, 10, nigga. 10 minutes. You can't spare 10 minutes for the Lord? How long did it take you to brush your teeth? 10 minutes? Shit, you better not brush your teeth today. I'm serious, bro. I'm serious, bro. I just use these as examples. I just use these as examples to, hey, it's all about making time for the Lord, bro. To show, to show that we all got time, right? We all got time for the Lord, bro. It ain't about, like I said, it's not about whether or not you have time. It's about making time. You make time for the Lord, bro. Because if you really want to be honest, none of us, really, I guess you could say, have time. Because you got brothers out there, brothers work. Brothers got families they take care of, bro. Brothers got businesses they got to take care of. All right? Like little business or whatever, bro. Brothers, women, brothers got things that they got to take care of, bro. But we make sure one thing for sure. We take care of the sheep. Bro, the sheep got to get fed before anything, man. The sheep got to be taken care of before anything, bro. And there'll be times, bro, sometimes, bro, we could forget, bro. And the Lord be having to put that fire up under our asses, man, so that we get our shit together, bro. Right? Because if you a man of the Lord and you going off, you ain't, you going off, you ain't, you displeasing the Lord a little bit. The Lord has a way to, get your attention. The Lord might have to push you through that fucking mud a little bit, but the Lord definitely get your attention. Like what he did to our forefather Jonah. All right, what he did to Jonah. Jonah ain't want to go teach that word. All right, the Lord had something for him. Had Jonah get swallowed in the belly of a fish, man. Jonah said what? It was like hell, 3 days in hell. Is what he called it. You gotta think about, you getting swallowed by a big ass fish. Probably a whale. Probably. We don't know exactly, because Chris don't say it was a whale. Just Chris, I think it says a big fish, right? But yeah, See, yeah, Jonah tried to run away from the responsibility of the Lord. Jonah tried to run away from doing the work of the Lord, man. All right, but I go to show you, bro. The Lord chooses you. The Lord chooses you. You don't choose the Lord. Jonah was chosen to be a prophet, bro. Straight up. That's why the Lord had that happen to him. Have him get swallowed by a belly of fish and send him right back to Nineveh. Hey, Jonah, he tried to pull a quick one on the Lord. The Lord said, no. Hey, man, Salakia, Salakia. So, yeah, man, ultimately, man, again, man, hey, all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, man. There's a lot of testimonies that brothers got, bro. For real, man. A lot of testimonies, man. Showing the power of the Lord, man. Showing how beautiful the Lord is, bro. Showing how the Lord really is with us, man. And he loves us, bro. And we love the Lord too, bro. These 2/3, they don't love the Lord, bro. They don't love the Lord at all, bro. These niggas about death, man. That's the spirit too. Cause a nigga just walked past me. Nigga wearing all black. And he got crosses on his jacket. With a shiesty on it. That's crazy. You got crosses on your. I know the jacket came like that. I'm not saying he put it on like that, but there's crosses on the jacket with a shiesty on it. Now how the fuck that look? And if brother don't know what a shiesty is, it's just a ski mask. You know what niggas do with ski masks? They put that shit on. When they put a ski mask on, usually it means that they're intending, right, some form of bad, right? They about to do something negative, right? They about to go commit a crime or some shit. Usually, typically, when you see a nigga with a ski mask on, walk the other way. For your safety, walk the other way. You see a nigga with a ski mask on, don't acknowledge that nigga, walk the other way. Right? So Lord's willing is edifying. I'm going to wrap this lesson up. I know I've been going long enough, just rambling, but I pray and I hope that this lesson was edifying to the sheep of Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, nevertheless, because that's what it's all about, feeding the sheep of the Lord. So Lord's willing, this is edifying, all right? With that, I do want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to my teachers, the head elders, and apostles, the great millstone, peace, blessings, salutations to the elect. Shalom.